Monday morning, heading to Tel Aviv now for a crazy day of meetings, literally 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. Starting it at Torah Tech. I'm actually going to be talking to them about my brother because it is Memorial Day soon. Followed by that, I'm meeting Joy Ventures and a woman named Nadine Melamed, and literally just back to back. Tonight, I have a call with APAC, and I'm interviewing Yaron Lifshitz, who is the CEO of All Seated, and a meeting with Park My Fleet, an old friend named Mike Landau and Yechia Jack Berzon, who work at the company, and I've recently joined as an advisor. It's going to be a crazy day. In fact, let me show you what this looks like. I don't think you've ever seen anything like this. That's my schedule. Let's see if you could see it all day. It's gonna be nuts, but I'm pumped. Here we go. Made it to Tel Aviv. I got parking, sorta. I hope he doesn't trash my car when he gets in that one, but I had to get out, so. And I wasn't gonna give up on a parking spot in Tel Aviv, so yeah, wish me luck, hope my car makes it. Beautiful, beautiful morning here in Tel Aviv. Made it early enough to walk to Torah Tech. And like I said, I'm talking to my brother today. It's gonna be a bit of a heavy session, but Memorial Day soon, and truth is I was asked by like literally 50 organizations to speak about him, but I declined respectfully. But you know, the Torah Tech guys deserve to hear about him and his legacy, so I'll be doing that. Yeah, and crazy day ahead. Pretty pumped. Murphy's Law. I'm looking for parking for an hour. I parked all the way in there. That parking spot was not available before. What are you gonna do? Anyway, Mike Granoff, in case you don't know, is a legendary investor. He is the guy basically that helped Shai Agassi at Better Place raise $1 billion of capital. The guy is hyper connected in the mobility world. The name of his VC is Maniv Mobility. But more important than that, he's a super duper mensch. Invested in amazing companies. Just love the guy. Yeah, love the guy. Ooh, that's the first Tesla I saw in Israel. Wow, love it. Anyway, yeah, the day today is just so beautiful, so beautiful. Sunday morning, I'm sitting at a company called Home Talk where I was an advisor. You know, and in between whatever I was doing, I opened up Ynet, which is like the leading Israeli news site, and there was the main title was a terrorist attack in the Gush. You know, explaining what happened, and it was a video, surveillance video. So what do you do when you see a surveillance video with a big play button? You play. So here I am sitting in Yerushalayim, I hit play, and I'm watching this like beast of a human being run after, he literally had a knife in his neck, running after a terrorist, jumping over a wall, and getting down like in you know, firing position and shooting the guy. This was all on video. I was like, holy hell, who is this guy? He's like Superman. So I saw this thing, I literally did not know it was my brother. I put in the Fuld WhatsApp group, everybody okay, smiley face, because it was in the Gush, he was in a fraud. And I literally, it didn't even like cross my mind that maybe it was him, like it's whatever. And I don't know why it didn't cross my mind, because he was a force to be black belt, he was a beast. I'll tell you more about that soon. But my older brother called me up and he goes, it's him. That was it. I'll never forget that phone call. It's him. I was like, who him? What are you talking about? He goes, it was Ari. Well, that was intense, but it was very therapeutic. I'm glad I did it. Now heading to Sarona. That was super therapeutic because I definitely shared many aspects of the experience of Ari being murdered that I've never spoken about before. Yeah, very therapeutic. Not easy though. Very intense, but I think it was beneficial for the guys on many levels. I hope it was. They all thanked me very sincerely. That was nice. Now heading to Sarona to balance out that meeting with a little more tech and geekiness. us at one point or another have had a meeting that you just like were like it was one of those meetings. You know what I'm talking about?
Dude.
One of those meetings. Like you just good connection. Okay, who are you? How long do we know each other? How do we connect? What's your story? Talk to me because you have a fascinating story. Talk to me. What's your name?
My name is Nadine.
By the way, your last name is Melamed, right?
Melamed.
Are you related to Ori Melamed? You know who that is?
Ori Melamed.
He's the owner of Memphis Burger. Best burger in Tel Aviv. You know him? You
No,
never
but
ate
I
there?
do love a good burger.
Oh my God! You gotta go to Memphis. Are you kidding me?
There we go.
Dude,
gotta
it is
go
like
to,
it is.
Gotta
It is.
go to Memphis.
It is unbelievable. I just passed by. It is unbelievable. So Ori and his wife Leah are the founders. He was like.
Leah is my Hebrew name.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So he was. They were like you know the what's it called Hillel on campus.
Yeah.
So they did that in like Rutgers, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Anyway, so it's just a quick story. It's an IED in action. So Ori was like, he's a rabbi. So he was like, why is there not a good kosher, like premium burger in Tel Aviv? Like not, Burger Ranch or like Burgers Bar, something premium.
Yeah.
He's like, there isn't. So this is the craziest, this is a true story. Every employee of Memphis Burger has to sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, because
their meat is special?
Their meat is a secret recipe. I'm not
heard
kidding.
it here first.
I'm dead serious. And they put 4 types of meat in the burger. They import their onion rings from Canada, I think. Like, the food is outrageous. It's outrageous.
You're speaking to my foodie soul.
You don't understand. Like, they have everything. They put, like, pineapple on the burger if you want. They put sunny side up egg. Anything you want. Like, goose and, like, entrecôte. It's wild. Like, literally wild. All right, we'll do it next time. Our follow-up meeting at Memphis Burger. Okay, so Nadine Melamed. So, where are you from originally? Where did you grow up? How long have you been in Israel? And what can you tell me about your background? I know you can't tell me everything, but what can you tell me? Let's go. Hit me.
All right, so the details, I'm from LA. I grew up in LA to Persian parents. So I see myself as Persian, Israeli, American now, kind of a mix of everything. A bit, yeah.
By the way, when
mishmash.
we're in Israel, we're American. When we're in America, we're Israeli, right?
Yeah, but when I'm never in Iran, I'm never Persian.
How many Jews are left in Iran, actually?
Just a few thousand.
That many?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it's one of the biggest populations of Jews in the Middle East.
Middle East.
Yeah, but
because in Yemen there's like 2 Jews left.
Yeah, no. In Iran there's still a lot of Jews, but that's a whole different story.
Yeah, it is a topic for another next meeting.
Okay,
yeah. So you're Persian originally. You grew up in LA.
I grew up in LA. I went to school at Berkeley. I finished early. I did a degree in Near Eastern Studies. Focused on Iran actually, and decided to come join the army. And I was super privileged to be in intelligence for 2 years, and now I'm in life.
Let's stop for 1 second on the intelligence thing. We're not allowed to talk about certain things, of course, because obviously it's secretive. But like, you did some crazy stuff in the army. Are we allowed to say that?
I was very fortunate to, I feel, make some level of an impact.
That's quite an understatement. Like, I don't even know that much. Like, she'll be a little bit, but like, holy heck, like. Hardcore stuff.
I appreciate that.
Okay,
Thank you.
So we'll leave that alone for now. Okay, so then you finished that.
So unfortunately I got sick in the army. I caught E. coli, which knocked me out for a year.
Which is wild, by the way. Totally.
It was unbelievable. I did Chinese medicine, I did everything. Came back to Israel, ready to start my life, ready to find a job and kind of just get my grounding here. And Corona started right when I came back to Israel. So I found a house.
Luck you have.
Yeah, found an apartment, but no job. And it's been a little bit of a whirlwind since, trying to find myself professionally and personally here, and I'm working on it every day.
How did we connect?
I found your videos and
YouTube or where? Facebook? What?
YouTube. And I've been reading your articles and also friended you on LinkedIn and was following all your work, and I thought it was incredible.
Are we on Facebook or we're not on Facebook? We are, right?
Yeah, we are on Facebook.
Okay.
Because I see your morning posts and I love them, the gratitude posts.
Yeah, it's very therapeutic. I started it for me, but you can't imagine how many people have told me that it's like, whatever. It's very
something
therapeutic.
good to remember.
It's very therapeutic.
I'm going to start, maybe I should start doing it.
Totally should.
I like that.
I wake up in the morning, have a cup of coffee, and I write 11 things I'm grateful for. It's great. For me, it's great. But again,
I like that.
Probably, I'm not going to say hundreds, but probably close to 100 people have reached out to me and said, I can't start my day without those.
It helps me.
Yeah.
I write a note every day to have my gratitude and my positive affirmations in the morning.
It's very helpful. I know it sounds a little bit like voodoo-y, and I'm Mr. Cynical, but it actually is very helpful. That's the truth. Okay, so you want to talk about your last job, or are we leaving that out? Leaving it out. Okay, but was that my connection?
Yes, it was your connection.
Okay, so we're not going to say what it was, but
yes.
I introduced you to someone who ended up hiring you.
Yes.
So I'm very proud of that. I'm going to show off for 1 second because I feel that I'm allowed to show off about. I've gotten close to 400 people jobs, many of whom didn't have the experience, but it was through my connection, and most of them, almost all of them, I didn't even know. Like we never met.
That's
but
true.
I helped you get a job.
This is our first meeting.
It's the best feeling ever. There's nothing more, seriously, there's nothing more satisfying than getting someone a job. It's like the best thing ever. And by the way, you know that the Rambam says that it's the highest form of tzedakah.
Voila.
Yeah, because giving someone money, it's like, okay, he's like he's skinned, like you're giving him money, he's a poor guy, right?
Yeah.
But if you teach someone, it's like teaching someone how to fish is better than giving them a fish, right? You give someone a job, now they're supporting themselves so they don't lose their dignity. So it's the highest form of charity is to get someone a job. Okay, so who is Nadine Melamed? Like, what is your story? Like, what's your passion? What do you want to do? Give me your kind of like essence in like 30 seconds. It's a hard question. You can do this. I believe in you.
Such a hard question.
Come on, you got this.
All right.
I could do it if you want. I could sum you up.
You know what? I would like to hear me through your...
I'm going to elevator pitch Nadine Melamed right now. Here's the pitch. Super passionate, incredibly ADHD, like yours truly. A doer, right? Some people like to sit in the back seat. Some people like to drive. You're the driver. You're not a backseat driver. You are a driver. And you have a deep desire to bring impact into this world.
Yes.
You are the manifestation of the phrase, doing well by doing good. And let me explain what I mean.
Okay.
You have a dream. Unlike most people who have dreams to drive like Hillel, I have a dream to drive a Ferrari. One day I want to own a Ferrari.
That's not a bad dream.
Well, the truth is I'm not that materialistic, but when it comes to materialism, I want a Ferrari.
Yeah,
Whatever. I'm not going to get into that right now. You are not driven by that. You are driven by, and again, we can't talk about it right now, whatever, but you are driven by a specific vision that you want to accomplish, a mission that I put money on the fact that you're going to get there. I put money on it. I'm telling you.
I hope so.
So you just moved here, what, 4 years?
4 years ago, was gone for a year.
By yourself?
Yep, completely by myself. All my family's in the States.
Which is in and of itself super hard, but also it's not like you got any support there.
Unfortunately, my parents have been super supportive, but from a distance, and you know, in my culture and in who I am,
So
I'm
you
very...
sacrificed a lot to come here.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say to you on camera what I said to you in person, which is we're going to make this happen. I gave you action items, what you need to do, but honestly, like, I wouldn't be too concerned. I'm being serious because, like I said to you, Israeli companies as a whole, I'm generalizing, are amazing at building tech, world leading, right? Amazing at building products mostly, although we could discuss that too, because execution is a little bit of a problem in terms of building user experiences. That's a topic for another time.
Yeah.
But Israelis are known for building amazing products. What they're known also for is stinking at business, right? There's no subtlety, because the word subtlety doesn't exist in Hebrew, right? Marketing, I mean, there are probably 20 really world-class marketers in this country. 20, that's it. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but there's a real lack and need for someone like you who's a doer, has a strategic mind, has English, has the subtlety, has the marketing culture, and much more. And your energy, like I said, you have a good vibe. You're going to do super well. I hope I can help you do that.
I appreciate
Really
that.
cool to meet you. And anything I can do to help you, let me know.
I appreciate that, and so great to meet you.
It's great to meet you.
Thank you.
Thanks. So I came to this meeting with a venture capital firm called Joy Ventures with almost no context. Did not know anything. I mean, I could pick up a little bit from the word Joy Ventures, but I didn't know very much, nor do I even remember how we connected. I mean, we connected through a lot of places. I don't remember how this meeting came to be, but it doesn't even matter. And let's just say...
I think I offered you steak.
Did you really? Where's my steak? I'm just kidding. No, I don't have no appetite today. I'm like, today's the craziest day ever. But okay. And so I just sat here, we talked, and now I understand what this thing is, and I am super intrigued, like mega intrigued, because it really does combine two of my biggest passions nowadays, which is mental and emotional well-being and venture tech. So let's start from the beginning. Who are you? What's Joy Ventures? What's your background? What's your story? Hit me.
Awesome. So great to finally meet you, however it was that we connected.
Yeah. We have a lot of mutual friends though. Like it's a lot of different directions.
A gazillion.
Yeah.
So Joy Ventures is a startup studio, and we focus singularly on building and growing companies that are in the well-being space. So we care about helping people feel good every day. We don't want people to get sick. We want people to be stressed. We don't want people to be anxious.
Right.
We want people to just have whatever tools they need.
Yep.
Each person based on their personal sort of profile. Our vision is to kind of close the loop, to kind of find the best technologies that are science-based, that can help people live better lives on a daily basis, maintain their emotional well-being, and just feel good.
I love it. But is it only emotional? Because you also invest in some companies that are physical well-being.
Yeah, so we start out with emotional being, and that's really well-being, and that's where our passion is, because we believe in the end it starts and ends within the mind, right?
100%.
And even if we do something physical, or we improve our social, something in our social lives or in our environment, ultimately it's going to help us feel good, and that has to do with emotion. But to the extent that we can directly affect emotion, that's kind of the holy grail.
I love it.
So yeah.
To me, like, and I've talked about this a lot, both on the vlog and off the vlog, but to me, the world of mental illness, mental health, I should say, and psychiatry is super archaic. To say it's ripe for disruption is a mega understatement. Just to name one example, we talked about this, but one example. If someone has a mental condition, it could be, forget, even that word, you hear mental condition, you think like, oh my God, he's schizophrenic, he's split personality. ADHD is a mental condition, like anxiety is a mental condition. Who doesn't have anxiety? Well, you don't, but I do. Most people do, right? So mental health it's totally stigmatized and it's a big problem, but I feel like, just to name one characteristic that illustrates how primitive it is. If a person is suffering from mental health, they go see a psychiatrist. The psychiatrist gives them drugs, medicine, and basically the psychiatrist says to the person, take these drugs, come back in 8 weeks and see if it worked. What? So you take these drugs, you're suffering, you're taking these drugs, you don't even know if they work. Come back eight weeks later, oh, it didn't work. Okay, let's start another drug. There's gotta be a better way. We have machine learning, we have a million different things. There's gotta be a way to implement personalized medicine in the world of psychiatry. There has to be. I don't buy that there isn't. So we haven't gotten there yet, but that to me is, like you said, the holy grail. Whoever can crack that, forget about it. It changed the world.
So I think you said you may have anxiety and I don't, but I think we can agree that we're both optimists.
Yeah.
So I'm very optimistic. I think we're at the junction right now in history where the awareness has and the demand has increased
100%
for prevention and for maintaining and building our resilience.
The pandemic didn't help.
And not at all. It raised awareness.
Right,
it didn't. It helped us become more anxious and thus raised our understanding of the need to take care of ourselves more.
You can tell you're an optimist.
Yes.
That was like a good way to...
The second most important thing to note is that science is really right now just so much more advanced than where we were 20, 30, 50 years ago.
Right.
Yes, psychiatry and mental health are among the sort of medical subsectors that haven't advanced as much as many of the others have, and it's ripe time now to take the advances in science and technology. And the technology is out there. Like you said, if it's AI, if it's brain stimulation, if it's... even immersive technologies that can help change the way we perceive the world and the way we manage our emotions, we're there.
So I talked about the intersection, the crossroads of mental health and technology. For me, those are passions. For you, it was your life. You grew up. Tell me a little bit about your parents. Tell me a little bit about, what's your name? First of all, what's your name?
Yeah, so my name is Miri Polachek. Hey, it's true. I actually grew up with this really around the kitchen table. I always tell the story that, I grew up with a mom who's a neuroscientist who's been studying brain aging and neurodegenerative disease for many years. My dad's a high-tech entrepreneur, so sort of somehow I found myself at that intersection, although I studied economics and finance, but my passion has always been in the healthcare industry and helping and making an impact on healthcare innovation. So that's sort of one part of it. The second part of it was that where I really became mostly passionate about mental health is that my brother became ill about 25 years ago, and seeing his struggle and my family struggle with dealing with the difficulties of this illness, just really made me realize the importance of innovation in this space.
Two things to say. Number one, I didn't want to bring that up because I didn't know if it was too personal. I appreciate
I speak about it very freely, and I think you're doing a great job, Hillel, of also, destigmatizing just by talking about things that either you or your friends have gone through, the importance of just putting it out there. There's nothing to really be ashamed of. It's part of our reality. We're complicated human beings. Right. Our brains are, different. Each person struggles their own way. And,
what I said, I don't know if you've seen me write this, but I wrote it several times. When will I know that we've reached like destigmatization? When, just like today, if someone invites me to a party and I broke my leg and I can't come, I say, I can't come, I broke my leg. When we reach the point that I say, I cannot come to your party, I'm sad. Without getting
or you know what? Hey,
weird.
I'm actually in the middle of anxiety attack.
Yeah. Once you can say that without being judged, then we've reached it.
But
again, I don't think I've spoken about this on the vlog. I could be wrong, but I don't think I have. And I talked to you about it, but I think it's important that I kind of eat my own dog food or whatever the expression is. In the beginning of COVID, everything changed for everyone. But for me, I went from 1,000 miles an hour to 0 overnight. All of a sudden, I'm alone with my thoughts. With my brother. Memorial Day is coming up, and I didn't want to think. I want to distract. All of a sudden, I'm thinking because I'm just sitting there. I have nothing else to do. So I personally went through for the first time in my life real depression. I really, really, really not depression like people say I'm depressed. Clinical depression, meds, therapy, the works. And I've been talking a lot about it because I said I have a platform. To not use my platform to this, it's just wrong. And so I started to talk about it, and don't think for a second that I didn't get a lot of heat. A lot of people said to me, what are you doing? You're ruining your career. People are gonna think you're, and I was like, sorry, that's crazy. And I've gotten only good responses from I'm honest, we're all, like you said, we're all human, we all have, and 1 out of every 2 people suffer from something to do with mental health. So it's not like it's this weird thing, it's completely normal.
I think you're using your stage because, and you're using the stage exactly where you're, because who's your audience? Your audience are, the innovators and founders in Israel primarily, and we want to make sure that when the young entrepreneurs that are kind of looking for their next or their first or their next adventure, we want to make sure they know about the real problems that this world, needs solved.
Right.
And, with all the amazing stuff that's come out of Israel, some of it, let's say, more critical, and some less. I'm in favor of people, really trying to address all these smart young kids, trying to address the real pains of humanity. And I think, like you said, this past year has really taught us the importance of taking care of our emotional and mental well-being, and it has taught us also the extent of the impact of what happens when we're not well,
right.
How to the extent that it just impacts our quality of life and our
100%.
ability to function. And
100%. So just give me your kind of quote unquote elevator pitch about Joy Ventures. So you said it's like a startup studio. It's also a fund, a $50 million fund. You've made how many investments to date?
10.
10 investments. Can you shoot them off? Or you don't remember them all by heart?
Yeah, sure.
Hit me.
Reflect, V, Sangha, Doppel, Nix, Wisdo, Ember,
You invested in
Mindlift.
Wisdo?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love
we invested
Wisdo.
in Wisdo.
I'm obsessed with Wisdo. Are you kidding me? I've been working with.
Well, we
helping them.
believe that social health and well-being are really a critical
love Wisdo.
thing to be addressed. Bringing people together who've
What an amazing company.
experienced similar
I didn't know you
life
invested in that.
challenges.
Amazing.
We love Wisdo. We
Yeah,
love
what
Boaz.
else?
Mindlift, which does neurofeedback for ADHD and brain health in general.
Yeah.
We've invested recently in Lumen,
Which is
which
metabolism
for
thing.
metabolism health. We do
What about the company
everything
I spoke to
from.
this morning?
Sorry.
The company I spoke to this morning. Oren.
Yeah, and Zug. Zug is one of our latest investments too. They bring together grandchildren and grandparents
That's a
through
beautiful-
storytelling.
I love it. I said to him this morning, I'm like, first of all, your dad, Michael Oren, his dad, Michael Oren, was super good to me and my family. Number one. Number two, I love what they're doing. And I said to him, I said the same thing to you. I love this space. I think there's so much work to be done here. So anything and everything that I can do to help you with your mission, I mean it. Take me up on this offer. Whatever I can do in any format.
You're
Unofficial,
very kind, Hillel.
official,
Thank you.
whatever it may be. No, I'm serious. We share the same mission here. This is a very important mission, and I think you guys are positioned well to solve it. But it's not okay that I had not heard of you before. No, we got to fix that.
We should do a better job with that.
So we got to fix that.
Well, we're busy getting our work done. I want to reach out and just shout out to all the founders out there, innovators who are passionate about this space, would love to learn more about this space. We run an entrepreneur in residence program. We run various innovation programs to really help people dig deep into this space, to get passionate about, and understand the real needs and opportunities that are out there. And we help founders, start new ventures. And we stay long term with our founders too, which
it's huge. It's
you
huge.
can talk to our portfolio teams and see how we help them. So we invite you to join us.
Where can people learn more? It's joyventures.
Yep, joyventures.com.
That's a great
Very
domain.
simple.
What a great domain. Okay, so if somebody wants to reach out to you, are you comfortable giving your email or not so
Yeah,
much? What's your
it's
email?
very easy. Miri, M-I-R-I, @joyventures.com.
Beautiful. Check out joyventures.com, whether you're a potential LP in the fund, whether you're a founder, whether you want to help them in some way. I highly recommend. I know you spoke to him. I love Alon Matas, CEO BetterHelp. There's got to be something to do here. I don't know what. I love the guy, though, except for the fact that he doesn't like Tesla. That's not okay, Alon. Not okay. No,
Do you have
seriously.
a Tesla?
I don't, but he does, and he hated it. Jokes aside, I love Alon. I think they're doing amazing work, and obviously there's a lot of synergy here. But really, I mean it. Take me up on my offer. Anything and everything that I can do to help you, I mean it. Anything. Any introductions, whatever it is, your challenges, talk to me. And just keep doing what you're doing. It's incredibly impactful, meaningful work, and I'm upset that it took us this long to meet, but I'm happy we finally met. Awesome.
It's never too late.
Joyventures.com, folks.
Thank you so much, Hillel.
Made it home. What a crazy, incredible day. And I'm not even close to done. Podcast starts in 5 minutes. We're interviewing Nett Jacobson, who was one of the early employees at Facebook and the man responsible for convincing Mark Zuckerberg to release a mobile app. True story. And then I have several other meetings later. Don't think I'm going to get any of it on camera, so we'll call it a day. See you next week.